Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about something that's both powerful and empowering: leaving a relationship silently. We've all been in situations where we felt the need to walk away from a relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, or even professional. Sometimes the hardest part isn't deciding to leave, but how to do it. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why leaving a relationship silently can be one of the most powerful decisions you can make for yourself. Leaving a relationship silently is one of the most powerful ways to preserve your peace, and it's a decision that requires both emotional maturity and self-awareness. Relationships, no matter the type, can bring both joy and challenges, but when they become toxic or unhealthy, the toll on your mental and emotional well-being can be significant. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or even a professional relationship, the constant strain of conflict, unresolved issues, or unhealthy dynamics can lead to a disruption in your inner peace. When you choose to leave quietly, you are not running away from the situation, but rather protecting the most important thing you have: your peace of mind. Peace is the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built. It's the state in which you can think clearly, make decisions confidently, and live authentically. However, in the midst of a relationship that no longer serves you, your peace can be shattered by emotional turbulence. Constant arguments, misunderstandings, and the weight of unresolved issues can leave you feeling drained, anxious, and uncertain. When you choose silence, you are making a conscious effort to reclaim your peace and regain control over your emotional state. One of the greatest challenges in relationships is the need for closure. We often feel that we need to explain ourselves, confront the other person, or seek validation for our decision to leave. But the reality is that these confrontations rarely bring true resolution. Instead of providing clarity, they often fuel further conflict and confusion, pulling you deeper into the chaos. When you choose to leave silently, you avoid the need for a dramatic showdown or an emotional discussion that could only cause more pain. You understand that closure doesn't come from external validation, it comes from within. By walking away quietly, you allow yourself to create your own closure without relying on anyone else's approval or understanding. In many cases, leaving a relationship with a big confrontation or argument can escalate the situation. Emotions run high and words can be said in the heat of the moment that you may later regret. The aftermath of a dramatic breakup can leave both parties in a state of heightened emotion, and the impact of those emotions can linger for a long time. The effects of a confrontation can extend far beyond the relationship itself, affecting your emotional health, your self-esteem, and your ability to move forward. By leaving quietly, you avoid the risk of escalating the situation and instead choose to move on in a calm, controlled manner. Preserving your peace through silence also gives you the opportunity to reflect and heal without the distractions of a turbulent ending. A loud, confrontational breakup often leaves both people feeling raw and unsettled. It can be difficult to move forward when you're still reeling from the emotional fallout of a dramatic exit. By walking away quietly, you create a space for emotional healing. You give yourself time to process the end of the relationship without the lingering noise of unresolved emotions. This space is essential for self-reflection, allowing you to learn from the experience, grow, and eventually let go without the weight of unnecessary drama. Choosing silence also means you're not engaging in behavior that could lower your standards or values. In moments of frustration or pain, it's easy to fall into the trap of saying hurtful things, or worse, doing things that compromise your integrity. Silence allows you to avoid these pitfalls, ensuring that you leave the relationship without compromising your own self-respect. When you walk away quietly, you maintain a level of dignity and strength that cannot be shaken by the chaos that might surround you. Ultimately, preserving your peace when leaving a relationship silently isn't about avoiding difficult emotions or denying the reality of the situation. It's about choosing to protect your inner world from the external chaos. It's about making the decision to prioritize your emotional well-being over the temporary satisfaction of confrontation. In a world full of noise and distraction, finding peace can be one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. And by choosing to leave silently, you are taking a powerful step toward creating the calm, balanced life that you deserve. When a relationship reaches a point where it no longer serves your growth, happiness, or well-being, the decision to leave can be a pivotal one. However, the way you choose to leave matters just as much as the decision itself. One of the most compelling reasons to leave a relationship silently is to avoid escalation. This approach allows you to disengage from a potentially volatile situation while preserving your dignity, emotional health, and future peace. Escalation often occurs when emotions are heightened. In a relationship that is already fraught with tension, misunderstandings, or unresolved conflict, attempting to have a final conversation or confrontation can quickly spiral out of control. People naturally become defensive when they feel rejected, criticized, or confronted. What starts as an attempt to explain your reasons for leaving can turn into an argument filled with accusations, blame, and unnecessary pain for both parties. By choosing to leave silently, you sidestep the risk of this kind of escalation, maintaining a sense of control over the situation and protecting your mental and emotional health. The need for resolution or closure is often what drives people to engage in potentially confrontational conversations when leaving a relationship. However, it's essential to recognize that closure is rarely achieved through conflict. Emotional exchanges in the heat of the moment can cloud judgment, distort the truth, and exacerbate feelings of hurt and betrayal. Instead of achieving clarity, both parties often walk away with more questions, anger, and unresolved issues. Leaving silently eliminates the possibility of such an outcome, allowing you to end the relationship cleanly and move forward without added turmoil. Escalation can also have lasting consequences that extend beyond the immediate situation. A heated confrontation can leave behind a trail of emotional scars, hurtful words spoken in anger, accusations that cut deeply, or actions that create lasting regret. These moments can stay with you long after the relationship ends, making it harder to heal and move forward. By choosing silence, you take a step back from the emotional chaos, ensuring that you don't contribute to or become entangled in unnecessary drama. Another important consideration is the energy and time that escalation consumes. Ending a relationship is already a challenging and emotionally draining experience. Adding conflict to the mix only increases the emotional toll. Arguments, drawn-out discussions, and attempts to reach mutual understanding can leave you feeling exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed. Instead of engaging in this cycle, leaving silently allows you to conserve your energy and focus on your healing and personal growth. It's a decision that prioritizes your well-being over the need to prove a point or have the last word. In some cases, leaving a relationship silently is also about protecting your physical and emotional safety. Relationships that involve manipulation, control, or even abuse can escalate dangerously when confronted. Silence can be a powerful tool to exit such situations without provoking further harm. It's a way to ensure that you can leave safely without triggering reactions that could put you at risk. Silence can also be an act of kindness. While it may seem counterintuitive, choosing not to engage in a dramatic exit spares the other person from the pain of an emotionally charged confrontation. It allows them to process the end of the relationship in their own time and space without the added pressure of a heated discussion. In some cases, the other person may not be ready to hear or accept your reasons for leaving. By departing silently, you give them the opportunity to reflect and come to terms with the situation in their own way without the immediate sting of conflict. Walking away quietly doesn't mean you are avoiding responsibility or suppressing your feelings. On the contrary, it's a conscious choice to handle the end of a relationship with maturity and grace. It's about recognizing that not every situation requires closure through words or action. Sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is to leave without adding fuel to the fire. Silence speaks volumes. It conveys strength, confidence, and a commitment to peace. Ultimately, leaving silently to avoid escalation is a way of prioritizing what truly matters, your mental and emotional well-being. It's a choice to rise above the noise and chaos, to disengage from negativity, and to create a path toward healing and growth. By refusing to engage in conflict, you reclaim your power, protect your peace, and set the stage for a healthier, more fulfilling future. Silence in this context is not weakness, it's a profound expression of strength and self-respect. Leaving a relationship silently is a deliberate act of self-preservation, and one of its greatest benefits is the ability to maintain your dignity throughout the process. Relationships, while often a source of joy and growth, can also bring challenges that test our boundaries and sense of self-worth. When it becomes evident that a relationship is no longer serving you, how you choose to leave can speak volumes about your character and self-respect. Departing silently is a powerful way to preserve your dignity while minimizing unnecessary drama or harm to both parties. Dignity is an essential aspect of your self-identity. It reflects the respect you have for yourself and your ability to navigate life's challenges with composure. Leaving a relationship in an explosive or confrontational manner often leads to regret. In moments of heightened emotion, people can say or do things that undermine their values, leaving them feeling embarrassed or ashamed later. Silence eliminates this risk. It allows you to exit gracefully without compromising your integrity or engaging in behavior that does not align with who you are. By leaving a relationship silently, you demonstrate emotional maturity and control. You signal that you understand the situation does not require a dramatic exit to validate your feelings or decisions. Instead, you choose to focus on your well-being without seeking validation or attention from others. This approach conveys confidence and self-assurance, showing that you trust your own judgment and prioritize your inner peace over external acknowledgement. Walking away quietly also prevents you from being drawn into situations where emotions can spiral out of control. Confrontations often lead to heated arguments, blame shifting, and even personal attacks. These situations can strip away your dignity, leaving you feeling hurt, frustrated, and disrespected. Silence, on the other hand, is a shield against such negativity. It allows you to rise above the noise, protecting your sense of self-worth from being diminished by unnecessary conflict. Maintaining your dignity doesn't only benefit you, it also sets a standard for how you expect to be treated in future relationships. When you leave a relationship silently and with respect for yourself, you send a message to yourself and others that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable. You establish boundaries that reflect your commitment to self-respect, which is a cornerstone of healthy, meaningful relationships. Silence is also a way to protect the other person's dignity. While the relationship may have reached its end, leaving without a dramatic confrontation spares the other party from unnecessary humiliation or public embarrassment. It's a compassionate choice that respects the shared history between you, regardless of how things have turned out. This act of kindness can prevent further harm and allow both individuals to part ways without lingering resentment or bitterness. Another significant aspect of dignity is the ability to let go without needing closure from the other person. Often people seek closure as a way to feel validated or understood, but this can lead to prolonged interactions that stir up unresolved emotions. Leaving silently eliminates this need for external validation. Instead, it empowers you to find closure within yourself, allowing you to move forward with grace and confidence. Choosing silence also sends a strong, unspoken message that you value your time and energy too much to waste them on arguments or attempts to convince someone of your perspective. It shows that you are prioritizing your growth and healing over rehashing the past. This silent strength is a testament to your dignity, highlighting your ability to take the high road even in challenging situations. Ultimately, leaving a relationship silently and preserving your dignity is a decision rooted in self-love. It's about acknowledging your worth and refusing to let external circumstances dictate your behavior or diminish your value. Silence is not an act of weakness, it's a profound display of inner strength and self-respect. By walking away quietly, you reclaim your power, protect your peace, and lay the foundation for a brighter, more fulfilling future. Leaving a relationship silently is one of the most effective ways to prevent further emotional entanglement. Relationships, particularly those that are no longer healthy, can leave behind a web of emotions that make it difficult to move on. When you decide to part ways, your method of leaving can either help you untangle those feelings or pull you further into the complexities of the situation. Walking away silently allows you to detach without creating additional layers of conflict or unresolved emotions, giving you the freedom to heal and move forward more effectively. Emotional entanglement often stems from the need for resolution. In unhealthy relationships, this need can manifest as endless conversations, arguments, or attempts to fix what's broken. While it's natural to seek understanding or closure, these interactions rarely lead to a clean break. Instead, they can reopen wounds, reignite frustrations, and prolong the emotional connection that keeps you tied to the other person. Leaving silently disrupts this cycle. It establishes a clear boundary, signaling that the relationship has reached its conclusion and that no further discussion is needed. When you leave without engaging in dramatic farewells or explanations, you reduce the chances of being drawn into the emotional push and pull that often follows breakups. In many cases, the other party may try to convince you to stay, challenge your decision, or spark a confrontation. These exchanges can be emotionally draining and may even cause you to second-guess yourself. Silence, however, denies the opportunity for such interactions to occur. It provides you with the space to process your emotions on your own terms, free from external influence. Another critical aspect of avoiding emotional entanglement is the ability to focus on your healing. Breakups can be emotionally taxing, and the process of moving on requires time, reflection, and self-care. Engaging in post-breakup conflicts or extended discussions only delays this healing process. Silence, on the other hand, allows you to create a clean break, giving you the time and mental clarity needed to prioritize your own well-being. By removing yourself from the emotional chaos, you can focus on rebuilding your sense of self and moving toward a healthier, more balanced state of mind. Leaving silently also protects you from the negative impact of lingering emotions such as guilt, anger, or sadness. When you engage in prolonged goodbyes or confrontations, these emotions often become amplified, making it harder to let go. Silence enables you to distance yourself from these feelings, reducing their hold on you. While the emotions may not disappear immediately, the lack of additional conflict creates a smoother path to emotional detachment and eventual closure. In some cases, leaving a relationship quietly can also encourage the other person to reflect on their own emotions and behavior. When you don't provide a platform for conflict or blame, it shifts the focus inward. This absence of confrontation can allow both parties to gain perspective, process their feelings independently, and come to terms with the end of the relationship without the distraction of ongoing disputes. Silence fosters an environment where both individuals can heal in their own way. Furthermore, silence preserves the memories of the relationship without tarnishing them with a dramatic or hurtful ending. When a breakup is marked by conflict, those final moments often overshadow the positive aspects of the relationship, leaving behind a bitter legacy. By leaving quietly, you ensure that the parting is as peaceful as possible, allowing you to remember the good times without the sting of a painful exit. This approach not only aids in your emotional recovery, but also respects the shared history you had with the other person. Ultimately, avoiding emotional entanglement through silence is an act of self-preservation. It's about recognizing that you deserve a clean break, free from unnecessary pain or lingering ties. By choosing to leave without engaging in conflict, you protect your emotional well-being and set the stage for a healthier, more fulfilling future. Silence in this context is not about avoidance, it's about empowerment. It allows you to take control of your emotions, your healing, and your journey forward, free from the constraints of unresolved entanglement. Leaving a relationship silently can be one of the most empowering choices you make, as it allows you to focus entirely on healing and rebuilding your life. Breakups are often emotionally charged experiences, and the way you handle them can significantly impact your ability to move forward. Opting for silence creates a space where you can prioritize your recovery without the distractions of unnecessary conflict or prolonged emotional exchanges. It is a choice rooted in self-care and self-respect, ensuring that your well-being remains your primary focus. Healing after the end of a relationship requires time and emotional energy. Engaging in confrontations, arguments, or long conversations about what went wrong often prolongs the pain, leaving you caught in a cycle of reliving the breakup. These interactions can reopen old wounds, making it harder to let go and move on. By leaving silently, you break this cycle, allowing yourself to begin the process of healing without the added burden of post-breakup conflict. Silence also provides clarity, which is essential for emotional recovery. When you step away from the noise of arguments or explanations, you gain the ability to reflect on the relationship and your decision from a more objective perspective. Without the distractions of heated exchanges or defensive justifications, you can better understand what led to the breakup and what lessons you can take from it. This clarity is vital for personal growth, as it allows you to process your emotions and experiences in a way that fosters healing rather than prolonging pain. Another important aspect of healing is creating distance. Emotional detachment is often difficult when you remain engaged with the other person through conversations or attempts to seek closure. Silence helps establish the necessary boundaries that allow you to separate yourself from the relationship emotionally. It signals to both you and the other person that the connection is ended, making it easier to let go and focus on yourself. This space is crucial for regaining your sense of independence and self-worth. Leaving silently also shields you from the lingering negativity that can arise from confrontational breakups. When emotions run high, it's common for things to be said or done in the heat of the moment that can leave lasting scars. Choosing not to engage in such interactions prevents the risk of these moments occurring, allowing you to exit the relationship with your dignity and emotional stability intact. This absence of conflict makes it easier to move forward without carrying additional emotional baggage. Focusing on your healing also means creating an environment where you can prioritize self-care. After a breakup, it's essential to nurture your mental, emotional, and physical health. Silence gives you the space to do this without being pulled back into the drama or complexities of the relationship. Whether it's spending time with supportive friends and family, pursuing hobbies that bring you joy, or engaging in practices like therapy or mindfulness, the absence of ongoing conflict allows you to invest your energy in activities that contribute to your well-being. In addition to personal healing, silence fosters emotional growth. By choosing not to engage in unnecessary confrontation, you demonstrate emotional maturity and strength. It's a decision that reflects your ability to rise above negativity and prioritize your peace over momentary satisfaction. This growth not only helps you recover from the breakup, but also prepares you for healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. Furthermore, silence allows the other person to begin their own healing journey. When you leave without engaging in prolonged discussions or arguments, you give them the opportunity to reflect and process their emotions independently. This space can be beneficial for both parties as it prevents the kind of emotional entanglement that often delays recovery. It's a compassionate choice that respects their need for healing while prioritizing your own. Ultimately, choosing silence when leaving a relationship is an act of self-preservation. It's about recognizing that your healing and growth are more important than the temporary satisfaction of closure or the resolution of every lingering issue. By walking away quietly, you create a path toward emotional recovery that is free from unnecessary pain or conflict. Silence is not avoidance, it's a powerful statement of self-love and resilience, allowing you to reclaim your energy, focus on your well-being, and move forward with strength and clarity. Leaving a relationship silently is a way to prevent unnecessary involvement from external parties, preserving the privacy and sanctity of your personal experience. Breakups, by their nature, are deeply personal, and introducing too many outside voices can complicate the process. When you choose to walk away quietly, you shield yourself from the judgments, opinions, and unsolicited advice of others, allowing the decision to remain solely yours and the focus to stay on your healing and growth. When a breakup becomes public or is accompanied by dramatic conflict, it often invites commentary from friends, family, or even acquaintances. While some may have good intentions, these external voices can add unnecessary layers of complexity to an already challenging situation. Their opinions may sway your emotions, lead to second-guessing, or even spark additional conflict. By leaving silently, you avoid this external scrutiny and keep the breakup contained within the boundaries you choose to set. Protecting your privacy also allows you to process the breakup in your own time and way. Every individual copes differently, and healing is a deeply personal journey. When others become involved, there's often pressure to explain your actions, defend your choices, or conform to societal expectations about how a breakup should unfold. Silence eliminates this pressure, giving you the freedom to grieve, reflect, and rebuild on your terms without feeling the need to satisfy anyone else's curiosity or standards. Maintaining privacy through silence is also an act of respect for yourself and for the other person. Sharing details about a breakup, especially in public forums or with mutual acquaintances, can lead to misunderstandings, gossip, or even damage to reputations. By choosing not to disclose the intricacies of your relationship or the reasons for its end, you demonstrate maturity and integrity. It's a way of honoring the time you shared with the other person while ensuring that both of you can move on without the added burden of public perception. Silence also prevents the breakup from becoming a spectacle. When others are brought into the fold, breakups can quickly escalate into a he said, she said scenario, with people taking sides and amplifying the drama. This environment can make it harder to find closure as the focus shifts from personal growth to managing the reactions and involvement of others. Walking away quietly ensures that the breakup remains a private matter, free from unnecessary complications or divisiveness. Another advantage of limiting external involvement is the preservation of future relationships. Public or messy breakups can leave lasting impressions on those around you, potentially affecting how you are perceived in future personal or professional interactions. By handling the breakup silently and privately, you set a standard of discretion and respect that reflects positively on your character. This approach ensures that your actions align with your values, leaving behind a legacy of dignity rather than conflict. Silence also provides a buffer against well-meaning but potentially harmful interventions. Friends and family often want to help during breakups, but their advice or actions can sometimes do more harm than good. For instance, they might encourage reconciliation when it's not in your best interest or exacerbate tensions by taking sides. By leaving silently, you eliminate the need for these conversations, allowing you to navigate the breakup without interference. Choosing to leave a relationship quietly also empowers you to control the narrative. When a breakup becomes public, it's easy for details to become distorted or misrepresented, leading to misunderstandings or unnecessary conflict. Silence ensures that the story remains yours to tell or not tell on your terms. It gives you the power to decide what, if anything, you wish to share, protecting both your privacy and your peace of mind. Ultimately, leaving a relationship silently is an act of self-preservation and self-respect. It's about recognizing that the end of a relationship is a personal milestone, one that doesn't require validation or input from external sources. By keeping the process private, you allow yourself the space and freedom to heal, grow, and move forward without the noise of outside opinions. It's a choice that prioritizes your well-being while honoring the integrity of your personal experience, setting the stage for a future defined by clarity, peace, and independence. Leaving a relationship silently is a way to maintain control over your emotional energy, ensuring that you use it in ways that serve your growth and well-being. Relationships, especially those that have become unhealthy, can drain your mental and emotional reserves. The process of breaking up, if not handled carefully, can amplify this drain through prolonged discussions, conflicts, or emotional exchanges. By choosing silence, you prioritize your energy, preserving it for the things that truly matter: your healing, growth, and future. Emotional energy is a finite resource, and breakups can be one of the most demanding experiences on your reserves. The back and forth of explanations, justifications, or attempts at closure often take more from you than they give in return. These interactions can leave you feeling depleted, weighed down by the emotional labor of trying to untangle the relationship. Silence eliminates this burden. It allows you to step away from the draining dynamics of the breakup, conserving your energy for the journey ahead. When you leave a relationship silently, you create a clear boundary that protects you from the emotional entanglement that often follows. Breakups are messy by nature, and the urge to seek resolution or closure can lead to prolonged interactions that keep you tethered to the relationship. These interactions rarely provide the relief you're seeking. Instead, they often reignite old wounds or create new ones. Silence breaks this cycle. It gives you the freedom to walk away without looking back, ensuring that your emotional energy remains focused on moving forward. Preserving your emotional energy also means reducing the risk of falling into patterns of conflict or blame. In the aftermath of a breakup, it's easy to get caught up in the emotions of hurt, anger, or regret. These feelings can lead to arguments or accusations that drain you further, leaving you with even less energy to focus on your own recovery. Silence allows you to avoid these traps, maintaining your composure and protecting your peace. It's a choice that prioritizes your well-being over momentary emotional release. By choosing silence, you also give yourself the space to focus on your own healing and self-care. Breakups are not just about ending a relationship, they're about rebuilding yourself and finding a new sense of balance. This process requires energy, time, and dedication. When you're not spending that energy on post-breakup conflict or attempts at closure, you can channel it into activities that nurture your growth, such as therapy, hobbies, or reconnecting with supportive friends and family. Maintaining control over your emotional energy through silence also empowers you to approach future relationships from a place of strength. When you leave quietly, you're less likely to carry the emotional baggage of a dramatic or messy breakup into your next chapter. This emotional clarity makes it easier to connect with others, set healthy boundaries, and build relationships that align with your values and needs. Silence ensures that your emotional reserves are intact, ready to be invested in positive and fulfilling experiences. Another important aspect of preserving your emotional energy is reducing the influence of the other person on your healing process. In some relationships, one partner may try to pull the other back through emotional appeals, guilt, or manipulation. These tactics can drain your energy and disrupt your progress, making it harder to move on. Silence prevents this dynamic from taking root. By leaving quietly, you establish a firm boundary that protects you from further emotional drain, allowing you to focus on yourself without interference. Silence also serves as a powerful form of self-empowerment. It's a statement that you are in control of your emotions, your decisions, and your life. By walking away without engaging in unnecessary drama, you demonstrate emotional resilience and strength. This sense of control not only helps you heal from the breakup, but also builds confidence in your ability to navigate future challenges with grace and composure. Ultimately, leaving a relationship silently is about reclaiming your emotional energy and using it wisely. It's a choice that prioritizes your well-being and sets the stage for a healthier, more balanced future. Silence is not a sign of weakness or avoidance. It's a deliberate decision to protect yourself, focus on your growth, and move forward with clarity and purpose. By preserving your energy, you ensure that it's available for the things that truly matter, allowing you to rebuild your life with strength, resilience, and peace. Leaving a relationship silently is a powerful way to allow yourself the freedom to embrace new opportunities without unnecessary emotional baggage. When a relationship ends, it marks the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with potential for growth, discovery, and transformation. By choosing silence, you create a clean break that enables you to step into this new phase unencumbered by conflict, lingering negativity, or prolonged entanglements. It's a decision that opens the door to possibilities and ensures that you have the emotional clarity to walk through it. Relationships, particularly those that end on difficult terms, can become a heavy weight that hinders your ability to move forward. Breakups often bring with them the temptation to rehash old arguments, seek closure, or dwell on the past. These actions can keep you stuck in a cycle of emotional entanglement, preventing you from fully embracing the opportunities that lie ahead. By leaving silently, you break this cycle, freeing yourself to focus on the future rather than the past. Silence creates the space you need to explore new experiences and opportunities with a clear mind and an open heart. It removes the distractions of ongoing drama or emotional exchanges, allowing you to direct your energy toward areas of your life that bring fulfillment and joy. Whether it's pursuing a new career path, deepening your personal passions, or building healthier relationships, the absence of post-breakup noise gives you the freedom to prioritize your growth and happiness. Walking away quietly also prevents the breakup from defining you or your future. Relationships that end messily or with public conflict can leave a lasting impression on those around you and even on yourself. These situations often come with labels, judgments, or lingering emotions that can overshadow your ability to start fresh. Silence ensures that the breakup does not become the centerpiece of your story. Instead, it allows you to move forward with dignity, ready to embrace opportunities that align with your authentic self. Leaving a relationship silently also protects your confidence and self-esteem, which are essential for stepping into new opportunities. Breakups can sometimes leave you feeling vulnerable, questioning your worth or ability to thrive on your own. Engaging in arguments or prolonged conversations about the relationship can amplify these feelings, keeping you tied to a narrative of loss or inadequacy. Silence, on the other hand, affirms your strength and independence. It's a reminder that you are capable of making decisions that serve your best interests, paving the way for a future where you feel empowered to seize new possibilities. Another benefit of leaving quietly is that it allows you to fully focus on yourself and your aspirations. In the aftermath of a breakup, it's easy to get caught up in the needs, opinions, or emotions of the other person. This dynamic can distract you from your own goals and desires, making it harder to embrace new opportunities. By choosing silence, you establish a boundary that centers your attention on your own growth and happiness. It's a choice that says, my future matters, and creates the space to build a life that reflects that belief. Silence also enables you to approach new opportunities with emotional clarity and stability. When you leave a relationship without engaging in unnecessary conflict or emotional exchanges, you minimize the risk of carrying unresolved feelings into your next chapter. This emotional clarity is crucial for making decisions that align with your values and aspirations. It allows you to approach new relationships, careers, or life changes with confidence and a sense of purpose, free from the shadows of the past. Leaving silently can also inspire those around you to view endings as opportunities for growth rather than sources of conflict. Your actions set an example of maturity and strength, showing that it's possible to walk away from difficult situations with grace and focus. This perspective not only benefits you, but can also encourage others to approach their own challenges with similar resilience and determination. Ultimately, choosing to leave a relationship silently is about honoring yourself and the possibilities that await you. It's a decision rooted in self-respect, one that prioritizes your peace and growth over the temporary relief of closure or confrontation. By walking away quietly, you ensure that you have the emotional and mental space to embrace new opportunities fully. It's a powerful way to say goodbye to what no longer serves you and step boldly into a future filled with potential and promise. Silence in this context is not just the absence of words, it's the presence of strength, clarity, and the unwavering belief in your ability to create a better tomorrow.